All right, so let me get it popping, man. So it seems like there's always something on the news about Diddy. So your boy Diddy ain't catching no break, man. So Chopper did a couple interviews with the Art of Dialogue. So Chopper was a part of making the band with Diddy. So the first interview that he did, people loved it. It went viral, but he said things that might put Diddy in more trouble. So Diddy's team reached out to him to take the interview down. But let me go ahead, play it. Let me play what he said about Diddy's team reaching out to him. So this is a here. I'm just going to react to it live.
Chopper, happy to have you back on the platform, my man.
Happy to be back here, King. You heard me? I feel good too. I feel great, man. Yeah.
Hey, man, I feel good too. I mean, the last interview we did, man, you know, the people loved it, man. I had to give the people what they want, man. Had to bring you back.
Hey, look here, at the end of the day, I'm just blessed to be here, and I appreciate the people, appreciate me, bruh. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's love. Love is love, literally. So thank you for having me back, though.
Oh, man, all love, man. But I got to ask you, how was the feedback on your end from the first interview? I know on my end, everything was good, but I heard on your end, some people from Bad Boy try to get in contact with you.
A lot of people over there. They hit me, and they basically wanted me to see if I can take the video down. And wanted to see how much it was going to cost, you heard me, to take the video down. You heard me? So life be lifing, you dig? But at the end of the day, I ain't talked to them people in over a decade. So they, no offense and nothing but love for them people. But, they requesting words ain't as strong as it can ever be with me no more. Believe that. I do what I want to do. Believe that.
I respect that, though.
Wow. So they was trying to get you to remove the interview?
Yeah. They wanted to see, you heard me, they wanted to see how much it was going to cost to remove the videos.
Shit.
Basically compensate me for taking the videos down. And they wanted to see how much it was going to cost to do that.
What was the issue with the interview?
I don't know the issue, but I think the problematic situation of how they seen it was, courtesy of homie on trial, about to go on trial, and, the situations and the way I articulate my words and the type of character that I am as a man, it just kind of seemed like it was a little too much, you dig? And I kind of felt, that they felt that the way that my interviews was going, that people understood that I was being honest, truthful, and I was being myself. I was speaking my truth. And I guess that part right there was a little too much for them. You hear me? Your truth sometimes can be a lot for other people, and my truth was a little too much for them. They wanted to take it down. It didn't look good on them, I guess. And I wasn't even, you heard me? I wasn't even bashing them. Was I bashing them? I wasn't even bashing the guy.
Nah.
You dig? So I don't know. I was being honest. I was speaking my truth of how I felt about my side of the story of my life in that moment. That's it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Me personally, I didn't see an issue with the interview. I mean, you was keeping it real, man. You was telling your story.
Correct. And that's why I'm in my mind like, wow, if you're willing to pay me to get it taken down, I gotta been keeping it funky. You heard me? I had to been keeping it 100. So I was just in my mind like, wow, that's just the power of the truth. You heard me? That's crazy.
Whoa. Before I play the clip of the interview that they asked him to take it down, let me say this, man. If Diddy's team, they think that Diddy's innocent, they should not worry about that interview. They've been saying that he's innocent, is going to prove that he's innocent. Yeah, he might be innocent, but why do you have to worry about an interview if you know you are innocent? I get it. He's getting ready for the trial. Those interviews might not make him look good, but at the end of the day, if you are innocent, you're going to be innocent. And the fact that you are willing to pay somebody money to take the interview down, I mean, how much did it tell they're gonna give him though? I mean, if I'm getting 30 mil to take an interview down, that I got paid 5K, maybe 10K, I'll take it down. I don't care. 30 mil, yeah. I mean, I'll even do it for 10 mil though, but I wouldn't do it for 1 mil because I might make you raise the price. So to me, it's like, yo, that's why the judge did not grant Diddy bond, because he knew that it might be a threat for witnesses once he's outside. I mean, being inside, look at what he's doing already being inside. Imagine if Diddy was outside. Things might be worse for some witnesses because this guy might get a subpoena too, though. Who knows? So this tells me that they are down bad. Diddy doesn't have a lot of chances to win this trial, though. Especially, like, to me, it seems like the Fed is working with people behind closed doors because, like, every couple months, there's always somebody new. Sara Rivers came out with some allegations. I'm going to play the video in a few. But before anything, let me go ahead play the video that I think that the video that was the issue, right? So this is the video here, I believe. All right.
Freddy P, what's the backstory behind Puffy telling him that he'll take his life?
I was there. He had us all sitting in the we was in Daddy's house, and Fred said something slick to Diddy, and Diddy felt the way. And he was like, turn the cameras off. He told MTV to turn the cameras off, you heard me, and walk out the room. They walked out the room, and we just was sitting there. And I'm not knowing what's going on. I ain't know they much had smoke with each other, you dig? But Diddy was letting it loose. I'm talking about, he told Fred, I would buy your whole block, move everybody out the neighborhood, and every time you walk outside, somebody will be shooting at you. That made Fred lead the band.
Wow.
Oh, Fred was drove. Fred wanted to kill that nigga right there. So when people watch Fred interview, you heard me, you just looking at a man that was disappointed and almost destroyed at the same time of how he see the music industry.
Wow.
Fred mean well. You heard me? He really do. You know, and that's my big brother. You know, blind, crippled, crazy. That's still my baby, you know. He mean well. It's just what he went through with that Bad Boy situation made him look at the music industry really bad, totally different. Like the music industry.
That's crazy.
Super talented dude. But yeah, Diddy threatened his life. Told me he was gonna kill him for sure. And when he said that,
he was serious.
Oh yeah, he was dead serious. Oh yeah, he was serious. Diddy was dead serious. Like a lot of people sleep on dude. Dude cool, yeah, but dude ain't cool when he don't want to be cool. I guess that's just everybody though. And Fred was driving that nigga, you dig, and that nigga just couldn't take Fred no more and threatened with his life. So that lets you know a lot of other things, you dig, or what a nigga could be capable of, you know, for sure. Had Sara spooked in the boots. Sara ain't know what to do. Sara just red and pretty. She timid, you heard me? She ain't from the streets, you dig? That lady was spooked, you heard me? Me, I'm looking at it nonchalantly. I didn't care if he was serious or not. I'm trying to get some money. So I'm like, mind you, I'm just a young little hot boy, you heard me? So I'm looking at everything.
You from New Orleans. That ain't
yeah. So I'm used to it. So, you know, it's either you're going to bust a move or you're not where I'm from. You know, they're doing all the talking. That's just talk to me. But Fred ain't take it that way. Fred took it like it was serious. And the way it sounded to me, it sounded serious as well. Sound like a nigga that would threaten you. If they do you something, that would have sounded like to me, bruh, you know. It sounded like a threat to me. So that's what it was. Yeah.
Damn,
that's
man.
facts.
What was his reaction when Diddy was saying this?
He was like, if you know Fred, you heard me, he was sucking his thumb, and Fred and Diddy was threatening him. Every time he kept making different statements of the threat, he just kept taking his finger out of his mouth and put his hand on his knee, and he looked at the Diddy, and I can look in his eyes. You know, I've been around Fred enough. I looked in his eyes, and Fred was looking for objects. You heard me? Like,
oh, sure.
Don't sleep on him, though. Like, he ain't no cap in his talk, you heard me? Because I remember I lived in Miami, and not to get off topic, but I lived in Miami one time, you heard me? And I just copped the Maserati. I'm talking about, I'm killing these niggas. I'm fucking with this little Natalie, not that girl with the long chin, shout out to her though, but I'm rocking with this little pretty chick named Natalie, you heard me? And I guess some dudes that, you know, I guess he used to fuck on her. He ain't fucking on her no more because she chose up on me. You know, he tried to press me. He had buku niggas So I'm ready to fight all these niggas. I don't turn down no fades. I'm ready for whatever. But I came with a bright idea. I said, you know what? I got you. I called Fred. And I called Fred. He said, where you at? Well, gotcha. Fred said, come get me. I got in my Maserati. This all facts. Got in my Maserati. I went and scooped Fred. Fred had this big ass AK-47.
Oh, sheesh.
We pulled back up in that bitch. Fred get out the car. He ain't even had to get the chopper. I swear this happened. He ain't even had to get the chopper. They seen Fred was like, oh, Fred, my bad, blood on. So
Oh, shoot.
I'm not gonna sit up here and discredit his credibility of how he say who he is, because in New Orleans, you know, I'm respected, you dig, but I was living in Miami. Them people ain't know me, you dig. They looked at me like I'm wearing buku jewelry and this nigga talk.
Man, so I think that's the part that Diddy's team didn't like. They want him to take it down because I get it. That makes him look bad because, I mean, we know that Diddy has done a lot of crazy shit behind closed doors, though. But come on, man. That's what money does sometimes. Like celebrities, once they get money, they become powerful. They feel like they're above the law. They feel like nobody can touch them anymore. That's very, very sad, man. I think Diddy killed a lot of careers than he made. Seriously, that's just my opinion. But recently, that was maybe a couple weeks ago. Sara Rivers, that's the girl that he mentioned during the interview. She did that was, I think, with TMZ. She did a documentary. She was interviewed for the documentary with TMZ, The Downfall of Diddy. And this is why she had to say she was sexual assaulted.
Later, hell messy.
This is it.
Couldn't wait to fuck
those cameras, because after that one incident, which was very inappropriate.
What happened? As much as you're comfortable to talk about.
Well, the incident, basically, I was by myself, and I was this was hard to talk about, like about this. Well, the incident, basically, I was by myself, and I was
She was fired though.
well, he touched me in a place that he shouldn't have. That was inappropriate, and I felt I felt intimidated. I felt like, oh my God, what the heck happened just now? Those cameras, because after that one incident, which was very inappropriate.
What happened? As much as you're comfortable.
So this is what she said. But let's go listen to Freddy, because Freddy witnessed, you know, he was a part of making the band. She was a part of that too. So they all were together. So let's see what Freddy said about her talking about Diddy touching her places that he shouldn't. All right. So this is it here.
But speaking of the bed, your bedmate Sarah, she did an interview for a documentary saying that Diddy violated her. You seen it?
I'ma be honest.
Okay.
You heard me? I can't be a person that I can't do that. I just can't be fake, bro. So I'm gonna keep it G. It's all respect and love for Sarah, you know. But at the end of the day, I would say I don't think that's true. And the reason why I would say that is because at the end of the day, Diddy used to come down. We had the making the band Penthouse. This when we already made the band. You dig? Diddy used to come downstairs like 3, 4 in the morning, bro, and tell Sarah like, "Come on," and she'll get up and she'll go with him, and then she'll come back down about 4 hours later, hair messy, makeup all smeared up, drunk, and look like she got period. And she did that at least 3 to 4 times, multiple times. So I don't think that that's true that that man violated her. I think that she was ecstatic, she was bucked up, and she couldn't wait to fuck him. And that's just my opinion. And everybody used to talk about Sarah fucking Diddy anyway around the Bad Boy office. So I don't think that's true. And there's no disrespect to Sarah, but 100 is 100. You got to keep it real, yeah. And I just don't feel like Sarah was telling the truth, because I seen it with my own eyes, you know. Did it fucking on that girl, buku times, and she was not feeling violated or nothing. She was happy. Facts. And she thought that, you heard me, courtesy of her fucking on him.
I like how he said it. She was happy. Yeah.
That she was going to get privileges, and did it drew it to the side like she was nothing. And no offense to Sara, but that's just my opinion, and that's my truth, and I'm keeping it real. I don't think Diddy violated her. Facts. Because Sara used to get drunk, and Sara used to get drunk on her own. Like on Making a Band, that was and Sara, and shout out to Sara though, but that's the first time I had alcohol in my life. With Sara, and I had a Long Island iced tea. That was my first drink in my life. I hated weed smoke, I hated alcohol, I hated all that shit growing up. And I grew up in the ghetto, and I hated all that shit. But when I got around Sara, I started drinking, and to this day I still drink. Bad habit, but I kind of like it. But yeah, bro, Sara used to get drunk, and she tend to do things she shouldn't be doing as a married woman. And
oh shoot, she was married too.
That's what I seen. That's what I know. And it is what it is. Sara used to get drunk, get freaky, and do things she shouldn't have been doing.
She's a hoe.
So did it violating her? That's cap. She was excited to do it.
She was excited.
And I don't know if this is true or not, but somebody told me behind the scenes that she was messing around with Genuine. You know anything about that?
All right, so I'm going to say this here. And like, you see how you asked me about Diddy and Sara? I 100% confirmed that because I used to see her come down looking like she got and then word around Bad Boy was she was getting by him. With the Genuine situation, we was in Mobile, Alabama, you dig? And Genuine stayed a couple doors down from me. And Genuine knocked on my door. And when he knocked on my door, he was like, "What's down, Chop?" I'm like, "What's down, bruh?" He was like, "Say, where's Sara at?" Like, I don't understand how that went that way. Why would he say that there? But he knocked on my door and said, "Where's Sara at?" I'm like, in my mind, because back in the G, you know, Sara was married. And in my mind, I thought Sara was like the goodest, goody two-shoe, look, you know, pretty woman ever, innocent. And when he said that to me, I'm like, "Nick, what?" And he was like, "Nick, I got 2 girls in here." He said, "I got 2 girls in here. You know, tell me what room Sara in. You heard me? And you can come in here and f these bitches." And I'm young and dumb. So I kind of took him up on that offer, and I went into the room. Crazy, but I went into the room and knocked both of the bitches down. Paused, but that low-key was like in that motherfucker watching and playing 50 Cent on a laptop.
What?
It was wild. But I'm young and dumb, and I'm fucking,
oh, shit. All them niggas in Hollywood weird as fuck. You watching another nigga fucking bitches? Oh, man. Hollywood is dirty. Lordy, I didn't know Genuine was like that, dog. But let me speak on Sara, man. I didn't even know that Sara at the time was married, dog. I ain't gonna lie, she's a hoe. But let me speak on what he said about Sara sleeping with Diddy. I agree with him. At the same time, I do not agree because Diddy could have groomed her as well. You never know. It doesn't mean if like they fucked 3 times that she really wanted to do it because we don't know what was said behind closed doors. I mean, maybe Diddy told her, "Hey, you know what? If you let me do this, I'll give you that. I'll give you that." You never know. Also, she felt like she had no power and Diddy was the boss. So for you to do that to your employee, that's a sexual harassment. You cannot sleep with your employee like that. It doesn't work like that. So to me, it seems like, yes, Sara, maybe she wanted to do that, but at the same time, Diddy still wrong, dog. Dead ass, because she was married. I get it. She's an adult, you know, maybe she consented to do it, but Diddy was in a position of power. So we know being in a position of power, doing that to your employee, it still doesn't look good. If that was in a company, like, you know, a 9-to-5 jobs, although Bad Boy is still a company, but, you know, if that was a 9-to-5 job, the boss does that, you know, a woman files a lawsuit, they will look at it as an harassment because you can be like, "Oh, he groomed me, or he told me that, he gonna give me a promotion." So to me, the way I look at it, Diddy still at fault, though. Although, yeah, it's like I said, it's 50-50. I agree, and at the same time, I do not agree. But after hearing the story about Genuine too, I think Sara was just a whole, or the type of girl she was just looking on to make it by any means. Man, that's just nasty work, man. Yo, you know, I like watching a dude, but I'm sorry, man. This is just wild, man. Man, yeah, if y'all want to watch the full interview, go watch out The Art of Dialogue. Great interviews, man. He does great interviews. Yeah, I probably know him already. He's big. But anyhow, man, that's what I have to say about this, man. I think this is just like insane to me, man. I'll catch you next time. Peace of family. I'm out.